Hello everybody, welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting the Battle for Hyrule 2, the 2024 Zelda 1 tournament. Today we got 100% no Up+A qualifier number 2 for you all. Commentating is John Tabin and Red Octorok. Say hello everybody.
Hello, I'm John Tabin. Joining me is Red Octorok. Thank you for that introduction, Ricky. Our racers are just about to get started. This will be a 100% no Up+A race on Restream. Now we have Why Must You Hate Me and Almighty Babino. Babino has run this game for many years, but he tends to just come back when we're holding tournaments, and I believe he's new to 100%. So he will need to get a sub-hour to qualify for the bracket, and from what I understand, his PB is not sub-hour yet, so rooting him on to meet that threshold tonight. Why Must You Hate Me? Advanced runner has a sub 30 in any percent no Up+A and a 37 in I think 37 and mid 37 somewhere in 100% no Up+A. Very strong time, so he'd be happy with probably a 38 or 39 in this if things go well. Oh, 38 if things go well, 39 if they go bad, but okay. This is a no Up+A race, which means they cannot continue warp. They can't, which is pausing and pressing up and A on the second controller to continue or save. Red Octorok, by the way, are you talking? Because I can't hear you. Which doesn't necessarily.
I haven't talked yet. No.
And you see, Wymust heading into level 3, Babino heading over to level 2.
Route split already.
So for Wymust,
I've only just been learning this.
Okay, well, it's a lot of it's similar to any percent Up+A, but of course it's 100%, so we have to. Oh, Antler's pointing out in chat that it looks like Wymust has the Manip in level 3, which is why he's going to take damage boosts to stay frame perfect in his movement. That little swaggy bomb is part of the Manip. And if all goes well, these Dark Nuts should all die at once. Boom. Now, meanwhile, on Babino's screen, because 100% no Up+A requires all dungeon items, he does have to get the magical boomerang, which is not that easy with only 3 hearts. It's a room with fireballs and blue Gurias, which take 5 hit points out of damage, which is a bomb in 1 stab, for example. So,
And he doesn't
first of all, let's see if he gets bombs.
Either,
yeah.
which would help. Oh, no.
No help there. Yeah, I mean, he might just beat the level and come back for the boomerang. Some people, if he wants to be real safe. Now he's going in there. See how it goes.
So those Gurias, they give you like an extra chance to get a bomb by the way that they die, and then their items can become a bomb, right? I know there's something weird about that.
Yeah, you're talking about the red Gurias. So there's a glitch with the boomerangs that if they're in the air. Hey, he got it. Nice. So yeah, there's a glitch with the boomerangs where if they return to an item after it can turn it into a bomb for complicated reasons.
Hyrule Magic, I believe, is the official.
Yeah. So Babino through the hard part of level 2, and Wymust through Manhandla, which is the hard part of level 3. Nice use of the boomerang on Babino's side. Remember Yunus in one of his tutorials, he jokes that it's a requirement for the category that you have to toss the boomerang if you menu to it accidentally. But seriously, it can help in certain places, and like to stun those Gurias is the perfect example. If it's not an extra menu, why not? It's only 7 frames, just quicker than a sword swing.
All right, Bombino gets the little Dodongo playing nice, so that was good. He's out of 2.
Now, because the magical key is required in 100%, some of the keys we get in 90% can be skipped. In Wyma's case, we'll see if he gets the key in level 4, which a lot of people do, but there are other choices if he wants to do that.
And then Bombino getting the secret 30 here. You're going to need a lot of extra money compared to just any percent.
Yeah, but both bomb upgrades are required, and they cost 100 rubies apiece, and just because of the way the routing works out, we end up buying more expensive meat. So it looks a little bit like a blue ring run at this point, because he's going to have to go up in the northeast and get the letters required too, but also all the money and stuff. But he will not be able to afford the blue ring because he has other things to spend it on. And in case you're wondering, the blue ring is not required, nor is the white sword, though he might get that, and the wooden boomerang, because it's just the top upgrades of every item are required.
And then no consumables, right?
Correct. So you don't have to buy a potion, and you don't have to get a magical shield. There's a 100% plus category that's more stuff, which because I know it bothers some people that the magical shield isn't in 100% because it's check out that category on the category extensions if you want to see the run with that in it.
Oh, Wyma's making good work of Aguamentus. Wait, no, is that Aguamentus?
That's Gleok, other dragon.
Gleok. Yeah, too many dragons. That's the 2-headed Gleok, and they have a 4-headed Gleok, and they didn't change his name? Tisk, tisk.
Well, there's a 3-headed one too, which, assuming they manage their bombs right, we won't see. Buying the blue candle. As I mentioned, the internet immediate upgrades aren't required, but there's so much money needed that you're going to get out of bushes that it doesn't make sense to wait until you have the red candle. So the blue candle is almost always part of these routes.
I wonder if Bombino's going for the white sword. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of the purpose of going 2 first, is to have the white sword for 3 and 4. Reloading that white sword screen changes the Lionel spawn, which will also pulling out the boomerang for extra safety from that Lionel, because hitting it multiple times. The that Lionel can do a lot of damage, and on a 2 first run, when it's early in the run, you're getting the white sword. It's common to run into trouble there, so he's being extra safe.
Yeah, because if you die there, you have to immediately go back before you can go anywhere else.
Correct, yeah. This is a no Up+A category, which means there are touchback rules. If you die in a dungeon, you have to return to that room before the end of the run, and if you die on the overworld, you have to return to that screen immediately. So, very nice to not take deaths. As it is in any run, but particularly for no Up+A categories, because they can be punishing. Up+A is allowed in the Swordless run, and also in the Second Quest any percent run, which are the other categories in this tournament. We did consider Second Quest no Up+A, but there are some really nasty backtracks in Second Quest that we thought might make it not fun to enforce a touchback rule.
Oh.
And there was that bomb
Bombino
glitch that... On Wyma's side, we just saw that glitch with the boomerang bombs that Red Octorock was talking about earlier. And Wyma's heading into the magical boomerang room now, and he has bombs, so he can just bomb stab all these guys. Or stab bomb, as the case may be. And there's a free bomb pack in this room to the north. I didn't notice, did Wyma get the error key in 4? He did, I probably did, right? The key north of the diamond.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. I think he did. I think he did. I would have You just skip the Moldorms, which is one of the other optional keys.
I noticed Bombino skipped the pirouette and just went straight to north, unlocking the door, which usually you go back out of one and then go back in, so you don't have to get another key there. But I don't know the category enough to know if that's like a normal route too.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I was reading. I was trying to read chat, and I was trying to process what they were saying.
So in one, there's the first room you walk in. If you leave the room, you go back in. That north door just becomes unlocked. Bambino just went straight and then used one of his keys.
Yeah, you can often skip. That's one of the keys you can skip because the pirouette takes 6 seconds, and it's if you didn't get the air key or the Moldorms, then you have to pirouette. So people can route it different ways. And Moldorms is theoretically the fastest one, but it's the highest variance because it can. A combat key can be as fast as 4 seconds, but a Moldorms can split up and take many times longer than that. Pirouette is consistently 6 seconds. Air key costs I think 9.5 seconds, but it makes it much easier to build a count on the buyers, so a lot of people prefer it.
Yeah, you get some easy key stabs right in there. Well, I must buy in the letter here, which you don't normally see, and then it won't do anything, because I doubt he'll buy a potion later on. But you need this to get some potions in caves.
Yeah, well, you need it to buy the potions from the medicine shops, which they probably won't open. Bobino might open one. You can route in extra money and get a potion in this category if you want. But you do have to get all 16 heart containers, so you can't take any of the free potions. Yeah, both runners remembered to get the letter, which can be the easiest one to forget. And Wymust is going to pick up his blue candle, and then he'll head into level 5. Level 5's a big gatekeeper in, but more of a gatekeeper in any percent Up+A than here, because the bomb upgrades in 5, so you can get extra bombs on the way into that room.
Yeah, especially when you're still using the wooden sword. The blue dark knots just take so many extra hits.
Yeah, they are 8 hit points of damage. A wood sword does 1 hit point. The bombs do 4. So you want to use as many bombs as you can for damage. So having all these extra bombs, which you'll see Wymust buying shortly. He's killing keys to build up a count. Kill 10 enemies in a row, don't get hit, and kill the 10th with a bomb. You'll get a force bomb pack back. There's some nuances to it, but and some edge cases, but that's the basic idea. So this will get him up to 12 bombs, and if he has his count set up right, he will get a force bomb off the Darknuts as well. Blue Darknuts are health group. They do not drop bombs randomly, but you can force bombs on them. Meanwhile, Bobino going through level 3, he has the white sword, so it's a little bit easier, but Manhandla is still Manhandla. A little easier to finish off with the white sword, but you still really like him to run into your bombs, and he is very random. He's going to kill these Darknuts to go in there with as many bombs as he can. I must meanwhile has his recorder.
He made that room look very easy.
After you've done it with 8 bombs, which of course Wymust has done many times, it's such a pleasure having the bomb upgrade there. Alright, Bobino had a little bit of trouble with Manhandla, but the white sword did save him. He manages to get out. no bomb force, but he still has 2, so he can continue.
It looks like he's gonna head to 4 next.
Yep. Usually 3 and 4 are paired up, and you need the raft out of 3 to get to 4, so I do them in that order. Unless you found something we don't know about. But raft skip is something we have looked for in vain for many years. You can flip over to the outer tiles of the screen, but you can't get into the island itself.
Yeah, even though we use glitches, there's surprisingly few glitches for The Legend of Zelda 1.
Yeah, and the ones we do use, there's basically one major. There's basically one glitch that you see them using when they block, clip, and screen scroll. You see, they're basically the grid system is a little bit broken, so it like skips over a pixel if you hit a 1 frame in the perpendicular direction, and that's what block clip is. That's what the screen scroll is, and that's what the clip into the water for the recorder is. Although that isn't in this route. But there's not a whole lot beyond that. I mean, there are some other little things, but that's the major one. The ladder clip is also basically the same thing.
Yep.
And like the world wrap, which is probably about as broken as the game looks when we skip from one side of the map to the other. It's still the same little movement glitch, and it is nice that, I mean, there is, just to be fair, on the FDS version of the game, there is an arbitrary code execution run, and that breaks the game and beats it in 3 minutes. But short of that, it's a pretty stable game, and the glitches are. Yeah, if the manhandler killed him, in that case, he has to kill the manhandler to complete the run because it's the boss. But if he died in another room of the dungeon, he'd just have to re-enter that room before the end of the run. Ace tourney went. I don't think ace races would be fun, but maybe a lifetime attack with the ace might be fun sometime.
It's a tricky ghost setup to get the ace to work.
Yeah. I've never successfully done it, but maybe I'll
he has
try
to be
again
like
someday.
moving in a certain direction, and like
you need to like spawn. You need to spawn a bunch of ghosts, and then the last one has to be moving in a certain way, and there's a timing on the music. It's very complicated, but we're off the subject. This is 100% now.
Two-headed Gleeok with the white sword. It's gonna be nice. Half the smacks.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Way less scary.
5 hits and then 3 hits, as opposed to 10 hits and then 6 hits with the wood sword. There will be a bigger Gleeok later on, but by then they'll have the magical sword, so even though it has 4 heads, if they get there with health, it won't be too bad. That's a big if, because level 8 is pretty difficult in this category, but...
Yeah, there's 2 big dark nook rooms, but luckily they are the health drop group, so sometimes you get a nice fairy when you really need it. Like, Bombina's doing his shopping now? 100% the shopping's all broken up.
Yeah, and there are several different... I know the shopping routes are completely different on 2 of the different 2 first routes, and they're slightly different but the 2 different 3 first routes. Oh, and it looks like he's going to buy a bomb pack as well. I don't know what that does to his money route. Yeah, it's. I think on a route like this, the point of shopping early is that you have your wallet, you have room in your wallet to pick up the remaining hundreds. He's going to do right now. He'll need those for the bomb upgrades. I must, meanwhile, buying his arrows. He will pick up the power bracelet, also required, and then the magical sword, and then head into 6.
And I think he will use the power bracelet with his 3 first route, right? To go
I think
level
so.
8 later?
Yeah.
And here's the Bombino doing that world wrap, which looks exciting.
Yeah, it's fun. There's not a great visual cue for this ladder clip he's doing, so he's struggling with it a little bit.
Yeah, just slightly more than half is how I always try to remember it.
Yeah. There we go. Alright, Bombino with the magical sword. Level 6, 100% adds the detour to the magical rod, or the wand. Other than that,
So
it's
probably
the same.
also never get used.
Yeah. There is one strat. There are some things you can do with the wand, but very rarely do you see them in runs. Like you can, it's possible to menu to the wand in A+B on Gliok and then use the wand to open a meat shop at the end of 8, but it's but you need the moblins to spawn in the forest the right way, and it's probably never going to be worth it. But it looks cool if you can pull it off.
I never knew that. Ooh. Now, Hate Me's doing a tricky combat room. At least I always find that one difficult, and he just breezed past it.
Call him Hate Me? I like that. We usually call him either Why Must or You Me, but Hate Me is fun too. I might switch to Hate Me. All right, Why Must going into the wand room. Actually, a similar strat to the first magical breakfast, as we call it, with putting the bombs in that middle row, and cleans it up easily, and he's still at full health.
The block clip that Bombino's doing gets scary only because those dark knots deal like just 2 to 3 hearts of damage, right?
Yeah, if they get in the way, it's Wymus cutting his way through these, through the Wizards pretty easily. Albino being fairly conservative with his bombs, leading with the white sword damage, which is understandable. And Wymus is out of 6. And I think you're right that he's doing the anti-road walk, in which case, yeah, he has to be, because of the number of heart containers. So this is kind of actually a nasty segment here. There's going to be a P-hat in his way on this ladder that he'll have to just tank a half a heart. And if he can get around these Lionels, it's so hard to do. So there's a heart container on the coast here. This is his last overworld heart. The hearts in level 8 and 7 are remaining.
Bambino's getting low on health. The
Yeah.
Dark Nuts and these mummies, they can deal some damage if you bonk them.
Yeah, I expect since he's conserving his bombs so fastidiously that he will double bomb Dig Dogger. So. Yeah, people in chat wondering if there's an alternate strat to than running headfirst into the P-hat like that. You can reload the screen. It costs about a second and a half. Cantaloupe actually did that in his race yesterday, and I think he invented that. He was one of the first, because I know Unos calls that the Cantaloupe reload, because certainly does it in races, and may or may not in his PB, I don't remember.
And the magical book. That will give you fire when you use the magical rod.
Yeah, which we will most likely not see.
I find I hurt myself more with the book than hurting the enemies more.
Yeah, the randomizer has some options to add other functionality to the book, specifically because most people find it just makes the wand harder to use, so the randomizer changed its properties to make it a more useful item. Okay, Babino out of level 5, and I think he's heading towards the Power Bracelet and Magical Sword, and then level 6 himself. Limus, meanwhile, through the first lagoon.
Well, the blue lagoon, because it just really can lag.
Exactly, yeah, with all those fireballs on screen, plus the Dark Nuts. Ooh, his health is getting a bit dicey. He's gonna have a blue Goma to deal with in a second, or in a minute, well, in a few seconds. Blocks the magical key. He will use his last key in his inventory to open this last door, and then every extra cycle of the Goma costs 8 seconds, so ideally he could do this in one cycle, but he's getting a tough pattern. I nailed it, great. You have to get to very specific half tiles ASAP to pull that strat off, and you nailed it.
Now you get the A key.
All the keys, the almighty key. I think it's actually A just because of hexadecimal, and then they just try to make up something after that, but regardless, we no longer need to collect keys to open doors. Babino into level 6.
At that point, you're like, you don't really even need it.
And after level 8, we go to level 7, which is not what we do in most categories, but the reason is because the magical key is required. 7 is negative keys, so saving 7 until after the magical key saves time on the route and lets us skip some. Gotta remember to grab that heart in the corner. And
ooh, a nice clock.
my muss is out. Meanwhile, Babino getting some clock luck. That's nice. Limus will go up here and get the expensive meat shop before whistling off to 7, and then grab some money for the other bomb upgrade on the way there. Alright, Babino into the wand room. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh, no.
Death.
Yeah, those Wizrobes, they pack a punch.
I didn't notice. I don't think he ever bought a potion. No, I know he had to buy bombs, so maybe he was planning on but couldn't. He's going to try and farm some health here. The first magical breakfast room will not respawn, but he still has 2 more Wizrobes to go. Yeah, based on the splits, it looks like YMS is on kind of low 38 pace. Just gonna go over here and get the second bomb upgrade, which will take him up to 16 bombs. Spawn, I've never seen that before. Let's see how it goes.
Using his bombs well here. Hit them and run out of the way so you don't have to take any damage.
Okay.
Ooh, he did it.
Alright, he's got to the wand.
2 hearts is scary because any hit from their beams and you're done.
Yeah. Well, as long as he gets back to that dark moat room, at least he won't have to worry about touching back anywhere because he'll have to come back through this room to finish the level. This room, I mean, that he's entering right now. So. Whoa. I would not have gone that way. Okay. But that's alright, because the first magical breakfast room will stay dead, and he'll and so it just has to re-clear the keys. Maybe he can get some health drops here, and 1 heart, and then that 1 more Wizard combat room.
Yumi getting his red candle now. So we've got the upgraded candle, which can be used as many times as you want. Blue candle, you can only use it once in each screen.
Yeah. For speedrunning purposes, they fill the same function, but in this category, the red candle is required because it's the top upgrade for the candle. There was a race in the 2019 multi-category tournament where RC Drone was ahead against Cantaloupe, but he was used to running blue candle for any %, and he went a couple rooms, saw that the Dig Dogger spawn was wrong, and backtracked, and Cantaloupe caught up. And yeah, one reason this tournament is not a multi-category, although we do have 4 categories. You didn't have to enter all 4 categories, and you don't have to run more than 1 category a night. So that challenge is, you want to learn multiple categories, you're welcome to, but it doesn't end up where someone is trying to lose to keeping more routes in their head than they... Totally agree with Druis in chat. Drone was great.
Right, and all Yumi's got left to do is go to 9 now, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Babino is through that second Wizard room, assuming he can make it past Goma here. He should be in the clear.
The last thing Yumi has to pick up is the red ring, and then I think it's just defeat Ganon.
And the silver arrows, but that's... You always need to get the silver arrows to defeat Ganon. The red ring is specific to this category. And getting to the red ring is pretty tough, but once you have it, it makes the level fun, assuming you still have plenty of health when you're there, because it that's your damage to a quarter.
Ooh, he has there again, too, for Bambino.
Got the any road on his route too. Someone else was doing a 2-first hundo, but they did the version where you skip the world wrap and get this earlier. Doing the route this way does prepare you for moving to the harder route later on. So, I'm in favor.
I only learned 3 first, so it's the only one I know.
Yeah, I actually say if you have a 35 2-first time and you want to switch to 3 first, doing 100% is a great way to do it, because the mid game you don't have all the resets in 5 because of the bomb upgrade, so you get all the practice on the early game that you don't have in any percent yet without having to lose runs in the mid game quite as often. Now you do have the harder 6 and 8. And Wymust hits the clip, and it's got his red ring, and super safe now. Meanwhile, Babino heading into 8. This is the hardest part of the run, so let's see how he does.
Just tanking doesn't even care at that point for Yumi.
Yeah, the nice. Oh, I was looking at Babino. The nice thing about having the magical sword on manhandle is that you can kill him if he gets out of control a lot easier.
Nah, the Patra for Yumi, he just walked.
Yeah, if you that Patra when you're coming back from the red ring, the satellite hitboxes don't spawn right away. So if the middle of the Patra moves out of the way, you can just hold up and you'll go straight into the door without getting hit. If the Patra moves left a bit, sometimes you'll hit him, but you can just tank him. And yeah, the reverse C that Wymust is going into, the spawns are different and much worse than any percent, because any percent we have a nice, fairly consistent strat with bombs in the corner, but they don't group up in the corner with these spawns, so you end up... But fortunately you have the red ring, so you can tank some damage on the Wizardopes to avoid losing your sword to the bubbles and take care of it relatively efficiently, as he just did.
Right, silver arrows. The last requirement.
Yep. Just a sprint again, and now... Oh!
Yeah, you can clip from above or below on the blocks. That's what Yumi was trying, but if you get bumped, it's kind of hard, because the way the ribs move around is they'll shoot you constantly.
Yeah, he got the reverse clip, but then a Wizrobe spawned in his face, and he couldn't, had to bail and go from the bottom.
Because when they shoot you, they also push you slightly, because you're aligned on a grid, and
Albino with the magical key, extra key hype. Better to have an extra key than one too few key, though. Obviously, ideally, you should be at 0 keys with the magical key. And one. Oh no! Did he? He must have just not cleared this yet.
No, he just went straight north first.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, he got a fairy. Good.
Right, Yumi killing the Patra, and now it's Ganon. I get a stun lock here. He did.
Yep. Get your GGs in chat. Very nice run by Why Must You Hate Me. Went in with a race time of 38:26, which is less than a minute off his PB, which is always a great time in a race if you're within a minute of your PB. Bobino in the Gliok fight. Health situation is not ideal. Got him. Yeah. That's a really tough death to take because all the dark hits come back if you die there. But
Yeah.
the run's going to be a little safer for a while because he has 7 coming up next, and he has Magical Sword for 7. So.
And if you kill Gliok but die to his last fireball, he comes back to life. It's the worst. I've been there.
Qualifier. So the best time in qualifiers will count for your seeding, but to qualify for the bracket, the cutoff is sub-hour. So that is what Bobino's trying to get now. And if all goes well, he very well might, which will, I think, not just a qualifying time, but a big PB for him. So let's cheer him on.
Now this is day 2 of qualifiers, right?
Correct. We're going to be doing any percent no Up+A and 100% no Up+A for the rest of this week, and then all the categories will be revisited on weekends, but then the second week is more swordless and second quest. Hey, YMS GG.
Yo, thanks. Appreciate it. So.
I mean, you're less than a minute off PB in a race is a good time. So I think you can be pretty happy with that. I don't know if there. I'm sure there's stuff in that run that you like to improve, and you're welcome to talk about it while we're watching Bobino clear 7.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally happy with the time as a qualifier time. Now I can go kind of more ham. Good things were I nailed the manip, so that's always fun in a race. It's not very easy to do in a race. The thing is about my PB is that I just learned this category, so my PB is, for what I would expect for myself, not super great. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
for improvement, but yeah.
Yeah, people often at your level, which is sub 30, will set a sub 37 goal, but I think it's slightly harder than the sub 30. But you should be able to do it with a little bit of work. But it's not trivial, and like you said, you're new to the category, so a mid 37 is pretty damn good.
Yeah, sub 37 seems about right. We've had conversations like that. I would say it probably sounds a little bit more difficult. But yeah, it's definitely fun as a new thing,
Yeah, I think it is. I just remember when random effect was going for those goals at the same time, but I do think the 100% goal is a little bit tougher. I'm fairly sure that 35 is a little bit tougher than 28 between those categories.
I don't even understand how. Like, I understand like world record in this, like, and any percent in Up+A. Like, okay, I can see where that time is. I do not see where all the time is from here to world record. Like, it's just mind-boggling.
The swings in 6 and 8 in this category are quite large. By the way, Bobino just I don't know if he was counting for that, but he just forced a bomb off the Dig Dogger, which is pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's Bobino been doing? Any deaths or anything? I wasn't watching.
He died a couple times in 6, but he did not die in 8. And he's well ahead of his PB right now.
Awesome.
He mentioned before the race that he hasn't gotten a sub-hour in this, so we could see a qualifying time and a PB if all goes well.
Heck yeah.
He has 64 rupees. He would need, well, he could buy a blue potion on the way to 9 if he wants. That would give him some room for error to the.
Yeah, if he's shooting for sub 100, he's got He's got time for days here. Just finish.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, the other thing that in mine that went really bad. I mean, I lost 35 seconds in the 4 split. I don't know if you noticed or not, but somehow on the way to 4, missed a screen scroll and like scrolled the screen, so all my spawns were completely jacked in level 4.
Yeah, I did look over and I thought you had the other next room spawn, but then I thought, or breakfast room spawn rather, but then I was like, no, I'm probably crazy, but no, I was right. There is a strat for that spawn.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there is a strat for that spawn, by the way. You just like push that like over and get all 4 monsters on the right side of the room, but there are so few situations where we have that spawn on purpose that it's not like you ever practice it.
Yeah, that would have made sense though. Yeah, just kind of hit that. Cause I saw the light. I knew my spawns were messed, and I was like, okay, don't be too crazy. And I was like, oh my god, they were so different. But yeah, because after the 3 start, it was a pretty good start. I mean, I still had manhandle problems, so I was still like 10 seconds behind of PB out of 3. But yeah, the 4 is what really put me behind. Without that, it was a pretty okay run. Like really, yeah. But
Nice bomb for Bobino. He's got 16 going into 9. Now, the clip to the red ring is really the hard part for him here. If he can get to the red ring with a decent amount of health, I think he's gonna.
Yeah, that's a really scary clip, even for anyone. Like the one I just had a red Wizzy 1 tile above me too. It's like it's a very scary clip.
I have lost PBs to that clip.
Oh yeah, so, I'm sure.
More than once.
Yeah, let's see, might be. Let's get to that red ring, man. He has 2 potions though, right? So should be okay.
I don't think he bought a potion.
Oh really?
I don't remember potions.
Oh man, should have got the 1 below 1 or something. Yeah.
Oh, wait, you can't get a free.
Oh yeah,
you have to buy it.
You can't get a free potion in this category. You can open up one of the medicine shops if you want, though, and I don't think he did that.
Yeah, I guess that's rotting in more money and everything. That's the whole thing. That's right. Yeah.
He does have 62 rupees, so he could have bought a blue potion, but he didn't do it. So let's just hope he gets the red ring.
There's one next to 9, right? If you go west a couple screens.
Yeah, there's one right west of 9. There's also one on the way to 9, just north of 1. And there's one on the white Armos screen next to 6, which is often where people route into the potion, since it's right before that 6-8 gauntlet.
Yeah, just play it safe here. Save your health. Get through this guy. I might be behind you guys.
Okay.
Well,
this like will protect him from the Wizard beams as long as he doesn't stab his way out of it. Okay. All right, get the clip.
All right, here's the scary clip.
Yeah, he's pause buffering to make it. Looks like he's going to try and kill some of the room.
Ooh. He's going to probably just try to clear the room.
Yeah, I guess, because he's dropping bombs on them.
Such a mean room. Oh no.
Yeah, the red ring's a big reward for getting through this casually. All right, he cleared it as intended. That's what happens if you don't clip. You kill all those wizards to push that block. By the way, Wymos, we're getting some game audio from your background, and you could.
Oh crap! Should know. Yeah. There we go.
Thanks. Should hear Abino's game audio on stream. Oh, well. He has to touch back there, which is annoying.
Yeah, at least he has the red ring, though. I mean, this is still doable.
Yeah.
Leave right now and get that potion. Right.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if he knows touchback rules either. We'll see.
I hope he does.
Me too.
I would really hate to DQ him for that.
Yeah.
Now, in the hypothetical, if he does get DQ'd, you can always just go back and do another qualifier, right?
Yeah, you do have 3 chances to get your best qual time.
Now, luckily, with the red ring on, each heart drop is like 4 heart drops for the green tunic. So any little boost in health goes a long way with the red ring.
Yep, sure does.
It looks like he is cognizant of the touchback rule, which is good. Unfortunately, this Patra is going to be in his way. We can't just like easily dip through that hole and back, but maybe Patra could get out of the way. Thank you. And we're back.
Yeah, get an old man count here. That would be a good time for it. Even though he might be fine on 4 hearts or 3 hearts.
The 4 bombs might be a little tricky too.
Yeah, he might kill Patra 1 for the bombs. It looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he has enough bombs, but no. Let's see what 1 combat bomb? No combat bombs.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's good.
If he had more health, it wouldn't be that big a deal having no combat bombs, but I don't think he wants to tank health and reverse C with only 3 hearts going into the next room.
There's a nice block push there. That's random mode. Trying to
clock.
push the block.
You get the random fairy too? No. Oh, that must have been a forced fairy. It was too far apart from the clock to be the random. So I guess that because he killed the Patra and then.
Oh yeah, certainly was.
Question in chat: did he go back and touch that screen? Yes, he did. So this is a valid qualifier time still.
10 minutes, so very doable.
Yeah, I think we'll see a big PB here, which is cool.
Yeah.
Man, I always have to just kill this Patra. I cannot get this clip in time.
Yeah, I mean, my PB is strong enough that I really can't kill this Patra, but I often lose runs to this Patra.
It's like by the time I line up the clip, he's just always moving back to the right. Right, the reverse C. Scary room.
Yeah, especially in this category, the patterns or spawns are just so bad.
The bubbles are being nice.
Yeah, and he's got 5 hearts, which is like 20 hearts with green tunic. Yeah. No, he's not even trying for the clip here. He's gonna kill them. It's fine, he has time.
Like he was setting to do about him.
The reverse clip, I had it, and I just walked right out of it because I don't know why.
Well, a Wizard kind of spawned in your face. I thought you got bounced out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was there, but I still had time to make it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was on the right spot at first.
Now, the real danger of the like now is more just eating your time than actually going to kill you.
Yeah.
All right, pretty much in the clear here.
one Patra
And
left.
he has a 119 on his splits, so this is a huge PB, assuming that's his PB. Did say in the race room that he hadn't sub-houred this yet, so definitely going to be a PB.
Just hopefully he knows how to fight Ganon and Vanilla, because they don't want to take any
Yeah,
hugs.
I mean, yeah. Well, if he doesn't get damaged by Patra, he has some margin for error.
Mhm.
He has Red Ring, so Ganon Hug does 1 harder damage, but...
Gotta get that extra 5 rupee for later. Once you save Zelda, there's
Yeah.
still all kinds of...
Yeah. You can't bring the money into second quest, so...
You should!
Unfortunately. Yeah. You can bring a count into second quest if you don't reset between in them, which is interesting, but you can't bring the money in. Got him!
Ooh.
There we go.
All right.
Let's go. Big PB.
GG. And another qualifier.
54.49, which gets Babino into the bracket, which he wasn't sure at the beginning of this race was going to happen. Also a huge PB for him, and he will join us here in a moment.
Do you know how many people have qualified for 100% no Up+A yet?
Let me see.
This is only the second one, so
It's only the second day, so I think it's like four people.
yeah. We had a couple DNFs. I imagine everyone that's signed up will get at least one qualifying run in.
Yeah. Philic DNF'd in this race, but he already put up a qualifying time yesterday, so
Yeah.
Signed up for Swordless, and then I was terrible at it, so I think I'm going to try to jump into 100%.
Oh.
Yeah, heck yeah, it's a good category.
Almighty Babino, GG.
GG.
That was a big PB for you, right?
Yeah, like 4 minutes.
What'd you say?
I couldn't get any done before. Like the one PB I have, it had like 5 deaths in 9. I think that's the first time I got with. I think it was just the 1 death.
Yeah, you died a couple times in 6,
Yeah.
The one death in 9, and you remembered to touch back, which we were a little worried about, but got it done. You're in the brackets. GG.
Yeah, awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, I was. The whole way through 9, I'm like, come on, just drop a heart. I think I'll be more comfortable with one more heart.
Yeah, I mean, in 100%, 1 heart is huge because it's 4 hearts. Like, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, they're worth turning around for in situations where they wouldn't be in 90%. So, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
The game can be just a little bit nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at the end. I just gotta get better at that. The reverse clip room after you get silvers. It hurt me last night, and I did a little better today, but still took a lot of damage that I didn't need to in there. But yeah, that was fun. Thank you.
GG again. Great to see a good result for everyone tonight. We have an any percent no Up+A race coming up in an hour. I think that's on Speed Gaming, right? One of the Speed Gaming channels. I don't have it in front of me, but
yeah.
And we will have more races on both Speed Gaming and here on ZeldaSpeedRuns throughout the week and in the month and a half or so ahead. So keep your eyes peeled if you enjoy this, and thanks for watching.
Take care.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Almighty Bobino and Why Must You Hate Me for letting us restream you all. And thank you to John Tabin and Red Octrock for the commentary. That was an awesome job. And yeah, they said it already. We have a bunch of races coming up, so check out the schedule, both on Speed Gaming and here at ZSR. and I hope you all have a great night. Bye.